From theory to practical, you will understand each and everything about open source in this video. How to make pull request, how to choose the right organization, project. I will explain everything in detail so that you can kickstart your open source journey. Hello everyone and welcome to Scalar's YouTube channel. I am Soumya, a software engineer at Red Hat and an educator. Before we deep dive into the video, make sure you check out our free masterclasses by industry leading experts. Link is in the description. There are mainly 3 steps when we talk about open source, especially this program, Google Summer of Code. If you want to participate in this program, mainly 3 things are very important. But before that, let me give you a quick brief of what exactly open source is. So from opensource.com, the term open source refers to something people can modify and share because its design is publicly accessible. So you would have used many open source software in your day-to-day life as well, like VLCs, there are Mozilla Firefoxes, there are Fedora, the operating system. Plenty of projects, plenty of products are there which are open source. What does that mean? Let's say for example, you are a web developer, you know how to develop a website, and you are an active user of the web browser Mozilla Firefox. One day, let's say you encountered a bug on the web browser. So what you can do is you can search on the internet GitHub repository of Mozilla Firefox. You can go on that particular repository and you can check out your complete code base, and if you know how to develop website or how to write code in that particular language in which already Mozilla Firefox is written, you can start contributing to it as well. I know it might sound a bit difficult right now, but by the end of this tutorial I'm pretty much sure that everything will be crisp and clear in your mind. So these are some of the open source project example like Mozilla Firefox, Quarkus, OpenCV, Fedora, Linux Foundation, etc. So I'm currently contributing to Quarkus as well, and contributing to the big open source project might be a bit difficult in the very beginning, but once you get used to it, it will become easy. And I'm here to help you out in figuring how to exactly make your first pull request, how to get started with it. And for GSoC specifically, I'll help you in understanding how you can choose the right organization or project. So this is very common doubt, like why, where and how to contribute to open source. So let me first tell you who is this for. Open source is for everyone. Anyone, even if you are in a school, you are in university, you are a working professional. Trust me, anyone can contribute to open source project. Your age, gender, your country, your location, nothing matters. Your enthusiasm, your curiosity to contribute to open source projects is the only thing that matters. And next, why should you contribute to open source project? So these are the main pointers. Like obviously you will get the opportunity to contribute to open source project where already so many developers, so many principal software engineers, senior engineers from different organizations are contributing, right? Let's say if you decide to contribute to any open source project of Facebook, so you will get the opportunity to interact with the industry experts, right? So you will have a great learning curve there. You will get the opportunity to practice your skill. Like when I was learning app development, I already knew Java. I had to shift to Kotlin. I started picking some of the projects, some of the open source projects which were written in Kotlin, so that I can get some community motivation, involvement, and that encouraged me a lot for this swift transition as well. And it will indeed help you build a strong portfolio if you will write that, okay, that button is coded by you, which millions of people are using. That will indeed create a huge impact, right? That will add weightage to your resume. And obviously it is a good chance, good time to give back to the community. We use so many things for free, so now is the opportunity kind of to give back to the community as well. If you have the knowledge, go ahead and show it to the world. Write code which can be used by more and more people, and via open source you can earn as well. There are so many programs out there in which you can participate, and one of those programs is GSoC, Google Summer of Code. So I remember when I was in university, I mentored few of these students who were participants of Google Code-in. It was fun. I mean, GCI, GSoC, the experiences were literally amazing. I mean, even if you are mentor in those programs, you get to learn so much. I mean, people will ask you such questions, such things which you yourself wouldn't have ever thought of. So it's always fun to participate in such competitions. The step number 1 is how to choose the right organization and project, right? So for that, let's get into the laptop, and I will help you understand from where and how you can choose the right organization. Okay, so let's open a new window, and here, like, your goal is to participate in GSoC, right? So if you write GSoC organization for the past years, right, like next coming would be in 2024. For 2023 already a list of organization has been published by the organization, right? So if you go on summer of code program organizations, this page, so here you can see the list of organizations which were there in 2022. It's loading for me. Might be the Wi-Fi is slow. Okay, so this is the page, the GSoC page. So you can see the interface is quite simple and easy to understand, right? So here plenty of options are given to you. Like if you want to filter out the organization which are of the domain, maybe web development, or which are of operating system, I mean, so many filters are given to you. So if you click on any of these filter, you will get list of organization of that category. Let's say I am not liking any of these filter. I want some organization, I want to choose some organization of my choice. Let's say I am very much into Kotlin. So if I write here Kotlin, and if I click on the search icon, so you can see a list of organization here. So I was mentor with this organization as well, Mifos initiative. So when I started, so at that time, apart from GitHub, many of the organization were contributing, I mean, their projects were on GitLab, Bitbucket, etc. as well. So these are also very much similar to GitHub. If you know how to use GitHub, using other like platforms will be very much easy for you, right? So for example, let's go ahead with this one. I mean, you can choose now. Let's say you are into JavaScript. So instead of Kotlin, you can write here JavaScript, right? You will get list of all the organization who have mentioned JavaScript as language in their like page, organization page. Yeah. So I am opening Mifos initiative for now. You can see here they are working on Android, Java, Kotlin, Spring, Angular, etc. They have written some topics here as well, like mobile banking, cloud, etc. So do one thing, like whenever you put some filter, no, you will get list of many organization. So how to choose from? You can write down the name of few organization, and after that you can explore their projects. Go and check out what their project is about. Now let me tell you how to do that. Let's say I decided that okay, Mifos seems a good project, and this is exactly how I choose the organization when I was exploring stuff in the open source world. So here you can see a chat option is here. If you click on this, a new tab is opening up, and Slack is the place where these people, the Mifos organization developers, do their discussion, do their contribution, everything. So you can see here, I mean, they are asking me to sign up, to log in. So once you will log in, you will see multiple channels there, like channel for different projects, different repositories, etc. right? So go ahead, join the community. Maybe they might discuss on Slack, Zulip, even I mean a few, only one actually, open source community had a channel on Telegram as well, but they closed that and moved on to other channels because obviously Telegram is not that much handy, right? So I mean they might do their discussion on any of the portals there, like Google Groups is also one of the preferred way of communicating for these open source communities or projects. Perfect. So you know that how you can choose the right organization for yourself. Like this was for 2022. I mean, you can put the filter for 2023 as well. If you change the URL to 2023, these are the selected organizations for this year. So there are high chances, let's say if any organization was there in 2020, might be it will again be selected in 2021 and so on. Like Mifos has been there since like 2018 or 19 something. Like when I was there, then also like I was a mentor with this organization, as I said. AnitaB.org is also a very beginner friendly organization, but I think in this year they were not shortlisted. So yeah, I mean This is the way you can pick your organization, you can pick the right project. Now let me quickly give you a brief if you want to, explore the repository. I know that you might be confused right now what repository is. So if we go on their contributor guidance, so here they have explained everything in detail, like if you are a beginner, then how should you get started with the project, with the repository. So I mean, a lot many bullet point, a lot many options are here. They have talked about like multiple things here, anything which might come in a beginner's mind, right? So these are some of their projects. If we click on these, like these two are mentioned here, Apache is perhaps their project only. So I'll open this one. Community app, this is OpenMF, that is the organization name, MFO's initiative, and they have these many projects here. Let's say you want to check out any project that they have written in Java, so you can put the filter here Java, and these are the list of projects that are written in Java for this particular organization. Now it's up to you which organization you want to pick, you want to contribute to. So you can check, I mean, this project, the green line is showing how many contributions were done here, right? And also like how many people have started, how many people have forked the project. So fork is basically, if you are going to start contributing to this project, the very first thing you will do is fork the project in your profile, okay, in your profile. So awesome, I mean, this is the page, this is the organization page. You can pick up the project based on your interest. Let's say, suppose I want to check out the community app only, okay, 997 people have already forked this project. So this is the issues section where you can go and you can pick an issue of your interest. You can check out labels as well, like multiple labels are provided here. They have some labels, blocker, bug list, and you might see enhancement or good first issues as well. So if you click on good first issues, you will get to see some very easy beginner level issues here, right? So a lot many labels are here. I mean, to get started with, you can choose documentation kind of issue as well. Just go ahead, read the issue. Let's say if I click on Hacktoberfest issues, so these are the issues that are labeled under Hacktoberfest. So Hacktoberfest is also a kind of event for open source enthusiasts where you get the opportunity to contribute to plenty of open source projects. Yeah, perfect. Like you can just click on the issue on which you want to contribute to, just read it, and you can tag the project admin, project maintainer, ask them that okay, you are interested in working on this issue, ask them to assign that to you. So right now no one is assigned to this, no one is assigned here to this particular issue, right? So if once you are assigned, you can start working on it, and for that particular detail, I mean how to contribute, there are 5 commands, basically 5 steps using which you can do the contribution. All those steps are clearly explained in another video on this channel only. I have created on Scalers YouTube channel. So we will put the link of that demo video as well. You can check that out. And now let me explain you a few more important things which are must for you to know if you are getting started with open source. So I am screencasting my iPad once again, and we kind of got the basic idea of how we can choose the right organization or right project, right? And now is the time that I tell you some more important stuff, like which platform to use, or what about the communities, how you can choose the right community. Because as you saw right now, I mean, if you put filter, you will get list of so many organizations. So how will you decide which one is right for you? I mean, tech stack is one thing obviously, but apart from that, there are plenty of other significant factors that you should keep in mind. Like these are the platforms where they discuss, like we saw MFO's people, they are doing their discussion everything on Slack, right? In the same way, Zulip is there, Discord is there, Gitter, a lot many platforms are there. So example of some project, once again, these CentOS, Ceph, Wildfly, Anita Beta.org, we just saw MFO's as well, Visual Studio Code. Many of these are even Red Hat open source project as well, which you might be not knowing, but yes, Visual Studio Code is also open source. I mean, you can also go ahead and contribute to their repository, right? So these are some very significant pointer that you should take care of when you are starting the open source journey, or you are going to pick the right community or right organization. Is the project active or inactive? You can check that via GitHub only. When was the last contribution done? How many people have forked that project, right? I just demoed you how you can do that. Always check and understand how responsive and welcoming the maintainers are, because this is thumb rule of open source communities. They should be welcoming, they should invite everyone to contribute to their project, right? Are there beginner friendly issues available in that particular project or not? Because you will start your journey as a beginner only. It's important that in the beginning you have a good experience. So check for the beginner friendly label issues. Are there such easy issues for you to get started with or not? And is the project having license, code of conduct? Are the contribution guidelines well documented or not? These are very, very small things, but it matters a lot, especially if you are a beginner. So make sure you check out all these things. Now again, these are the screenshot of few of the programs. Apart from Google Summer of Code, you can check out these as well, like MLHs there, Season of KDE, Outreachy, Codeit, plenty of them are there. If you are active in the tech community out there, you will get to know even more about such, programs, about such initiatives. Season of Docs is also there if you are enthusiastic about open source and at the same time about documentation as well. You can check out that as well. And step number 2 is start actively contributing and showing your presence in that particular organization. So once you have decided that, okay, this is the organization and this is their project in which I want to contribute to, just go ahead, start finding the right issue for yourself for which you feel that, okay, I can contribute, I can make some good pull request for this particular issue. Pick the issue, start working on it, right? Now you might be confused in the beginning, how can you contribute? I mean, what can you contribute with? So you can contribute by implementing new feature, fixing bug, you can do UI UX design, outreach, documentation, testing, you can review work of other people, give feedback. In the beginning, I mean, it's completely okay. If you are just exploring, you will spend a lot of time reading the chats, reading the discussion of other developers. That's completely okay. By reading other people's discussion as well, you grasp a lot of knowledge. I mean, I have been through this phase in the beginning. I used to feel that, okay, if I ask something, people will feel she don't have knowledge, but trust me, it's not like that. I mean, if there is something which you can Google out, that's completely okay. I mean, go and search on the internet that how to make the first pull request. I mean, there is dedicated video I have also created for the same. You can watch that as well. Don't ask such question which you can get on Google, on internet, right? Ask project specific question, like I have an enhancement feature idea in my mind. Hey, @admin or project maintainer, can I go ahead and start working on this? You can ask about such doubts, right, which are specific to project or for which you will not get answer on the internet. Perfect. So now you have got a good understanding of all the important things. Now, obviously, if you want to get started with GSoC, the program, you have to create your GitHub account, right? It's very easy. The way you create your Twitter account, your Instagram account, in the same way, you just have to provide your email ID and basic details, and you have to create your developer profile. If you are a coder, if you are a developer, then instead of IG, Facebook, all those stuff, make sure you have your developer account, that is your developer portfolio, GitHub ready and handy. Even if you create some project on your own, like web project, app project, make it a habit that you push those projects on GitHub. And for this as well, there is a detailed dedicated video by me on this channel only. We'll put all these handy links for you. I mean, in this one, I just wanted to give you a brief of how you can choose the right organization, right project. Apart from that, the commands that we use to create pull requests, the commands that we use to push the project, everything is already on this channel, right? Awesome. And once you have created your GitHub account, the next step is you have to install Git in your machine, in your system. Just write download Git and you will get the link. The first link will be the official link. Just go on it based on which operating system you are. Just download it and yes, start working on the project, right? You are all good to go to contribute, to start contributing. And the next thing which you should keep in mind is keep attending the organization's weekly call. Let's say if you thought of, okay, I have to contribute to MIFO's organization, right? So make sure on weekends or monthly basis, they would be doing some internal calls for the developers who are contributing to the project. Make sure you attend them, stay up to date about their proposal ideas. If they are planning something about GSoC, keep an eye like what they are discussing. There would be some channels like #GSoC in their Slack channel or Zulip channel, Zulip, whatever server they have created. So if you feel they need some feature request, etc., you can create a GDoc of a proposal doc for GSoC. I will do one thing for your reference. I will also give you link of some of the GSoC proposals, the way you can create a proposal, right? So all the handy links you can get in the description. And yes, these were the 3 most important steps that you should keep in mind if you are going to start with this program. And these are, again, this is a quick summary. You have to find a problem to solve. Once you have chosen the right organization, right project, choose the problem to solve, start working on it, and submit your work. That's it. It's as simple as it sounds. You can take a screenshot of this one as well. It's a kind of workflow how you will get started with the open source journey. Number 1, you have to fork the project, then clone it. You have to start working on the project, and then you have to add the changes, commit it, and then push it. Might be right now you would be thinking like, okay, what these commands or what these steps are, but just go ahead and watch the practical demo of open source by me on this channel. The link is, maybe we can put the link somewhere in the I section as well. You can click that as well, or in the description, definitely it will be there, right? So go ahead and watch that. That will help you understand in a much better way how we exactly do open source contribution. I hope this video was helpful for you in understanding how to choose the right organization and how to get started with open source. If you have any doubts about all of these discussions that we did, drop down your query in the comment section and I will be happy to answer them. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to Scaler's YouTube channel for more such insightful content.